What's up, guys? It's KB. Make sure you subscribe to the Underground Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel. Click the bell icon down below so you don't miss a single video from us. And thanks for tuning in to another video from Underground Sports Philadelphia. Now let's get into it.
Philadelphia, baby, you're gonna love it. Best sports fans in the world. Actually, the worst, but that's what makes them the best.
I thought you were going to sing for some reason.
No, I had the burp.
I feel like we haven't done this in a really long time.
Yeah, we're going to be rusty today.
Rusty. Hello, everyone. We need Rusties by Rusty. Is that what it was?
That was it. That was actually pretty good. That was maybe they can be our first sponsors. Should we reach out to Pixar?
Rusties?
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah, let's reach out to Pixar.
Reach out. I'll shoot an email to Pixar. Hey guys.
Okay. Can we get Rusties to be our
Could you imagine opening an episode that way? Welcome to the F1 Underground Podcast, brought to you by Rusties.
Rusties.
What's his tagline in the movie? We got off topic way too fast.
Way too fast.
Rusties.
We always start out with we're like a sitcom. We start out with like a cold open.
What is the
I was like, watch the language, but
slogan, here we go. Aching for a medicated bumper ointment with a rear end formula? Rusties, please. No, that's not what
you have to read it better.
No, that's not what Lightning McQueen says though. When he goes into the tent in the first movie after the first race, and he gets to go talk to his sponsors, and they're like, say the line, you know. Cars won. Jeez.
He says, and remember, with a little Rusties and an insane amount of luck, you too can look like me. Ka-chow.
You too can look like me.
Ka-chow.
That's how he says it. With a little bit of Rusties and an insane amount of luck, you too can look like me.
Ka-chow.
There we go.
On that note, hello again, everyone.
Roll the intro music.
We don't have intro music.
We do not have intro music.
But I'm clipping that one and finding the clip from the movie and putting that over it.
Listen, started my voice acting career. There it is.
There you go. What's the time? Hello. We're back.
Hello.
We're going to be, as we just went on a tangent, we're going to be rusty today.
Burn 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Yes. It's episode 24. Looked beforehand. It's not going to be our normal long episode because obviously there's no race to talk about. We're going to just recap some stuff that's happened with silly season, some other random news. And then next week we'll be back to our regularly scheduled programming with Zandvoort predictions. And maybe second half season predictions. I mean, honestly, what's actually going to change from the second half of the season, we don't know. Nothing's going to change, but we'll be delusional. But yes, so let's do you want to do our meme of the week first and then sad news, or sad news and meme of the week?
Let's do our sad news.
Okay.
And then we'll do the meme of the week to kind of cheer us up. Because I'm going to be an emotional and
I know, you're going to be a wreck. Are you okay? Do you want to take a moment? We just like to start this episode off by taking a moment for Formula Uno. The cat from Imola has sadly passed away. The cat that's made famous for cursing Sebastian Vettel. We talked about him just actually a few episodes ago when we were talking about Imola. We talked about the cat. Owen loves cats. But yes, Formula Uno, his Instagram, Formula Uno, the king, has sadly passed away. I will now read from their Instagram because it did make me sad today at work. It said, "It's hard to find the right words in times like these. After more than 16 years, the day we hoped would never come is here. Our beloved Arturo has left us." I guess that's his real name. It's like part of us has been taken away with him. He was a member of the Formula Imola family, the first to arrive when the offices opened and the last to leave at sunset after punching his time card. Our mascot, therapist, and snack buddy filled our working days with joy. There's no motorsport lover who will not remember him, ready to welcome anyone arriving at the racetrack direction building. We will miss you more than we can express. You will always be our Formula Uno. Oh my god. I didn't even see you go away. Yes.
This is my golf club head cover. That is an orange cat.
It's not even what the cat looks like.
He will now be known as Formula Uno, though.
Can you see it? There he is. Look how cute he is. Look how cute he is. Yes.
Now, maybe this can be maybe like a little puppet.
Yeah. Like
Formula.
Danny. Yeah. You gonna talk like a cat?
No.
But yes, we are very sad. I think everyone's sad. But yes, the cat has passed away. Just wanted to start off on a somber note before we move on to our. You're gonna keep a cat there the whole time.
It's gonna stay here all day.
You should have put one of your clubs. You should have kept it on the club and like stood the club up so you would just stand behind you. All right, pause, people. Before we get into our meme of the week. It's not gonna stay, is it?
No, I just need him to like. Oh, he's top heavy.
Yeah, no, duh, he's a golf club. There you go, there you go. I hope he's in the screen grab. There you go. Okay, the official mascot.
He will remain there forever.
F1 Underground.
Always in
But
our
yes,
hearts.
meme of the week. Do you want me to go first or you go first?
You can go first because I
Okay,
think you're
let
gonna
me-
like mine, and I want to go last.
I know, I can see it. Unless you sleep under a rock, Charles Leclerc released a new song today. Okay, I have two that are related to that. Got it? So
Got
first one from Drake and Josh. I don't know what album he's holding, but he said, I love this album more than I love myself. And Josh, you can't see it. Josh Peck says, dude. I mean, that's not his album picture, but his album picture is like his hands playing the piano. But yes, he released a new song named after Monaco. We all know how Monaco treats him when at race weekends. It's even sadder than the first two, but it's just as good. But yes, that's my one meme of the week related to Charles Leclerc. Oh, and this one. It's really hard. Let me zoom in. Also, so that's his real album photo for just the audio listeners. It's Chandler Bing when he's holding that album and like closing his eyes. He looks like he's very just very in love with it, clutching it. That's what I have this on. But someone edited his album photo onto that.
That's
so
good.
yes, that's how I feel about Charles Leclerc and his
That is good.
music.
You know,
He should keep
shockingly
doing
enough, I still have not listened to any of these songs.
Oh my goodness.
I haven't listened.
There's
to a
only
single one
three.
yet.
It's Miami, Australia, now Monaco.
Maybe I'll give it a listen.
first
Maybe
two-
I'll give it a listen and cry myself to sleep tonight.
Thinking about the cat.
Yeah.
The first two are good. The first one was Australia, and it kind of gives me Interstellar vibes. Just like the themes behind the music. That's what it makes me think of. Miami is good. Miami's good, but I think I like the Monaco one better. The Monaco one's definitely longer, and I feel like you can tell he took his time in the
Right.
production. Because he's doing everything himself. When he posts, like, when the stuff's being released, he posts, like, a little video, and you can see, like, he changed his one room, which I think was during COVID when he did all, like, the Twitch streaming with all the drivers where he had the sim and stuff.
Yeah.
He's now turned it into, like, a recording studio. So he has his computer with a keyboard to record stuff and then, like, post-production and everything. But, I mean, he
Wow.
is literally assigned to a label to release this music. And they released it, like, it got radio play yesterday before it was fully released. So, like,
He is just building that back up.
someone
here,
said he's going to go for that Grammy
yeah,
before he gets
honestly,
to World Drivers' Championship.
He'll get it. Yeah, if he stays with Ferrari, he'll get it before he gets
Yeah.
world champion.
Yeah, but yes, Charlotte Claire, highly recommend. Listen, okay. I can see what Owen's meme of the week is, so I'm going to add it to the stream.
So good.
I love this one. I've seen this one before.
Charles Eclairs.
Eclair. With his face and an eclair.
It's so simple. And just this is what I'm gonna make your phone contact when you call me.
That picture. The zoom over was so good.
That's what I'm gonna make. Hello. That's what I'm gonna make it. That's
hey guys,
right there. It's gonna be your contact picture now in my phone.
Okay.
But yeah, I saw this randomly. I thought it was hilarious, and I needed to.
He needed
put
one.
it in there. Charles Eclairs. There's not much more I can say other than just Charles Eclairs. It's pretty self-explanatory.
I feel like most people are gonna get it too when they hear.
Yeah.
Charles Eclair.
Are eclairs cream filled?
Yeah. It's a cream-filled pastry with chocolate. You've never had a chocolate eclair?
I don't think so.
You definitely have. You've never ate them at the party of the year on Christmas Eve?
Nope.
She definitely has some. No, they're good.
Definitely have not.
Because they're supposed to be cold. They're supposed to be, but this is a dessert, so it's like a cream puff pastry, chocolate on the top, and then cream on the middle. It's good. If you eat them cold, they're good. I do recommend. You probably would like it. And just think of Charlotte Claire.
Yeah.
Sometimes when he even pronounced his last name, you could say he was saying Eclair. But, yeah. Moving on. Like I said, it's not going to be a long episode. Just going to recap some stuff. As we can go into before, if you follow us on Instagram, Threads, and Twitter, we're going to do a history with Owen, but we decided not to. We went on our family vacation last week. We went to Watkins Glen, Seneca Lake. Very beautiful. Highly recommend. Cool. But it had cool. We didn't go see the racetrack, but it does have cool motorsport themes throughout the entire town. All the crosswalks are checkered flags, which is cool. I didn't realize those plaques until the last day. I did not see them any other time.
I didn't notice them either. Honestly, it was Dad who noticed them. But it was, there were plaques of all race winners or notable racers throughout history. Which was really cool to see. And I loved, almost everywhere we went, there was either, memorabilia or photos or posters of races throughout history. So that was really cool.
I got that shirt that has the original road circuit on the back.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I do because especially with the one winery we went to, they had the old race posters. I mean, I like seeing the race posters now. They're always cool to look at, but to see the vintage ones and the names that were on the posters were really cool to see. So highly recommend if you want to go. This upcoming weekend is a NASCAR race, so it's gonna be very, very, very busy. But I do need.
Yes, the song coming.
Yeah, last weekend was the Italian American Festival.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
This weekend's NASCAR. Can F1 go back? I need F1 to go back. Come on.
We would be in that. We would be up there.
Even IndyCar. I think I would go up for IndyCar. I would go
100% go up for IndyCar. Yeah.
It's the closest place for us to see a race. So
yeah,
drivable. But yes, so just wanted to throw that in there. But yeah, moving on to whatever random news happened the past 2 days, and a hypothetical we're going to talk about. We can end on that.
I like that.
So there's obviously been some silly season news. We kind of hit on these three, I feel like, between Leclerc, Hamilton, and rumors on Carlos Sainz before.
Yeah, we've been talking about them for a couple weeks now.
Yeah, there is more stuff set in stone. I guess I'll start on Hamilton. I didn't screenshot Charlotte Claire. Oh no, Charlotte Claire happened before our last episode. Did it not?
That he signed? Oh, yes. The rumor was that
we talked about it.
He signed his contract. It was a 2+3, and that they were going to announce it at Monza.
Monza, yes. Which I still think is going to happen.
Yeah.
That was, people thought his new song, because it just says he just does the first 3 letters, so it's just MON. So people are like, is it Monaco? Is it Monza? Is this how he's announcing his contract renewal?
Could you imagine if, like, at the end of the song,
Yeah.
he's just like,
he's like, surprise!
Voice. Yeah, he's like, hey, I signed for another 5 years at Ferrari, just so you
That's
guys
what I was
know.
like.
That's it.
I was like, people, it's following his previous themes. He's going after the race. So, like, no. But, yes, so we did talk about Charles Leclerc.
Yeah.
But there was news with Hamilton. We can talk about both of them. So, apparently, Hamilton was approached by Fred Vasseur and Ferrari. CEO for Ferrari. He politely turned them down, though, for a contract starting next year, which is interesting. I could see Charles Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton being teammates more than I can see Charles Leclerc and Max Verstappen being teammates.
I feel like that causes, though, the same issue that Ferrari has
now.
Right now, where both drivers think that they're the number 1 driver. You know, because like,
and with
you're not signing Lewis Hamilton to be a number 2 driver. There's no way.
Oh no.
There's no way.
No,
That'd be such a disrespect to him. Like,
yeah, with his record, he's not.
Yeah. Unless, or so it's like, what do you do? Would you sign Lewis Hamilton for being the number 2 driver, or would you then relegate Charles to be the number 2 driver, which is going to piss off a lot of people, and
piss off the Italians.
Kind of go against what you're doing right now, where you've been saying for weeks, re-signing Charles is our number 1 priority, like all this stuff. Like, you wouldn't go that hard on re-signing a person if they were going to be your number 2 priority come next season, you know?
And I don't think Ferrari knows that Charles Leclerc is not their number 2. He's never going to be their number 2.
Yeah.
Like, they just know. He's not meant to be the number 2. But yeah, no, that's not happening. But yeah, so apparently he was.
I would be interested to see that.
Same. I also think Ferrari need to get that. Like, we see how frustrated Hamilton is with their car. Ferrari would need to get that car. This car shit together before Hamilton sat in that seat. Because he would probably sound more annoyed than Carlos over the radio. More annoyed than Charles Leclerc. But yeah.
He'd be very annoyed.
I can, like, obviously I think I can picture Hamilton. Obviously I can picture him in Mercedes because he started his career in McLaren. So, like, I can see him in both of those teams. I can't picture him in the Ferrari red. I can't picture him.
It would certainly be weird.
It'd be very weird. That would shake up the grid. For sure. No, that would be weird. That would just be strange. But yes, so then news came out that apparently, this was just yesterday, that Hamilton has signed his extension with Mercedes. The new agreement will most likely be announced before the Dutch GP, which is next week. And the contract details they're not known at this time, but it is most likely that he signed his extension. I see Hamilton being with Mercedes until he retires.
I see that too.
And you know what? Because I think Alex Albon's staying at Williams for a while, I could see it being George Russell and Alex Albon at Mercedes. Once Hamilton retires.
That wouldn't be bad. You could if by signing Hamilton, you kind of secure both things. You get Hamilton basically until he retires.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if not, he goes to another team for, you know, a couple years, but people still remember him as Lewis Hamilton, the Mercedes
greatest
driver. You know, and then you give Alex Albon, not that he's a rookie, but you give him a little bit more time to get more experience and everything, and then bring him up to Mercedes for good once Hamilton does retire. You know,
I don't think I've seen anyone.
I'm just like right now. I feel like if he were to move up, like if they were move Albon to Mercedes next year, regardless of who they removed to do so, it wouldn't feel like permanent to me. You know, it would feel like, hey, we're trying this out for a little bit, and then we're gonna go from there. You know, but
no, definitely be interesting. I feel like because people have obviously there's been rumors with him to Ferrari and all this stuff that Red Bull's reached back out, but Toto Wolff would not be stupid to do that.
No way.
With how much promise, like, I get it. The Williams car sucks. The Williams car was probably worse when George Russell was driving it. But like, Alex Albon, I think, is performing better than George Russell was.
He's performing very good right now. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you bring someone up. I don't think Mick stays with Mercedes for long. I think Mick's with Mercedes until he's with Audi. But
I agree.
And I don't think he'll ever go back to Haas, which I don't think he should go back to Haas the way they nixed him to the curb.
Yeah.
But yeah, I could see it. And George and Alex get along. Like they're BFFs outside.
They do.
So I could see it happen. That'd be interesting. We could be on to something.
We could be on to something.
You've heard it here first, people.
Mark the clock. Mark the date right now. Give me the time.
August 14th. 20. It's like 19 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm going to clip it. So when the news breaks in a few years, I'll be like, we were on to something.
We can tweet it out right there.
But yes, so obviously, I expect this week or right before the race next week, Hamilton's extension to be. Actually, I could see it being announced on Wednesday, right before media day. Because I don't know when they're allowed back. Because the summer break, they're not allowed in the factories. But I don't know when they're allowed back into the factories. So maybe this weekend or next week. So I could see it next week.
Yeah, I could see it. Before media day makes sense. Because then you could change.
It'll be a talk of the town.
You could change all the potential questions that you get, as Hamilton to everything about the contracts. You're essentially, as Mercedes, controlling the narrative of what's being talked about with Lewis,
Yes. And you do it at Max's home race.
That could be good. That could be really good. Could you
yes.
imagine if they were like, fuck your home race, here's a re-signing of a contract,
And they put Max and Lewis in the same press conference group so that they have to ask Max how he feels about what his opinion is.
You know that if Mercedes announces that contract dealings and everything, that press conference is happening. Absolutely.
Yes. 100%. But yes. So some other random silly season news. This one I woke up to yesterday, right? Today's Monday. Yes.
Today's Monday.
My days are so messed up. Apparently Carlos Sainz, my favorite person on the entire world, was approached by several teams. And they had offers, but they were not from top teams. So take with that what you feel.
Take that with a grain of salt.
Yes. Carlos Sainz. But yes. There's no way Carlos Sainz is not getting re-signed. He's not. He is 100% not getting re-signed.
Is this the year
it's not happening.
That Carlos Sainz loses his seat?
I don't think he'll lose his seat. I don't think his dad will allow him to do that. I don't think his dad would allow that to happen. But I don't know where he goes.
I mean,
because I can tell you the one team that probably approached him was Haas. Because apparently Nico Hulkenberg's got to re-signed, but there's been no news about Kevin Magnussen.
Carlos signed at a Haas. Oh, God.
No.
Just feels
Carlos Sainz and Gunther Steiner. That's not a match made in heaven.
Great. So some a lot of fun, though.
Yes.
Fun for us viewers.
There's not a lot of just random. I feel like the low teams this year. Well, because there's AlphaTauri, but they have too many people, which is going to be renamed Hugo Boss Racing Bulls. That's a rumored name for AlphaTauri. I don't think we talked about this yet. Yes.
Wait,
so you know how So you know how it's going to be renamed and rebrand, right, from AlphaTauri. Yeah. So apparently Hugo Boss is, I think, a clothing brand. So it's going to be Hugo Boss Racing Bulls. Say that 12 times, man.
PB, you know what people are going to do? They're going to
the memes? Have you
seen? They're going to roast it. Yeah, first of all, they're going to roast it, but they're going to shorten that just to HBRB. Or they're just going to say the Racing Bulls. The Racing or Raging?
Racing Bulls.
Stupid. You should have put it Raging.
No, Racing.
Raging, or they're just going to say the Bulls. There you go. That's what people are going to do. They're going to shorten it to the Bulls. And if whatever shit ton of money Hugo Boss paid for to have their name on that team is going to be a waste, because whenever people talk about them, they're just going to say the Bulls or the Racing Bulls.
The Bulls. The Bulls kind of sound good.
The Bulls do sound good because that is easily identifiable with Red Bull. So it makes that connection a little bit,
a
little bit more there, other than just like right now, all you have to do is, right now you need to look at the cars to understand that they're part of the same team or be knowledgeable about, the teams and whatnot. Because right now, if you look at AlphaTauri and Toro Rosso, you're like, oh, that's not Red Bull. Like,
yeah, no. I think they want it to look more like Red Bull.
I don't know. I understand.
Well, I also saw apparently that they're going to be driving in this year's Red Bull next year.
I did see that too, actually. Did we talk about that on here? I think we did.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't remember. If so, sorry.
I do remember seeing that as well, which would be interesting to see. Because it's like
interesting to see
what happens.
Yeah. Interesting also to see how, because obviously Daniel Ricciardo from that testing that day was fine in that car, but it would be interesting to see how Yuki would be in that car.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I would like to see that.
Same. But yes. So Carlos Sainz was approached, but by bottom tier teams. Haha. What else? I'm trying to think of what other. Two other things. I'm gonna delete these as we talk about them, so I don't keep scrolling through the same things. Sorry, people. First day back to work. I didn't have time to make a. Okay. Oh yes. Okay. Silly season crossover with IndyCar.
Yes.
And everyone's favorite F1 villain, Zach Brown. So, I'm gonna butcher his last name. Wait, is there a way to like?
It might. Have you seen if it'll like pronounce it for you?
Palo, Alex Palo. This one has it's pronounced PA-LOW.
Palo, yeah, that'd be Palo. Yeah,
Palo. Okay, so Alex Palo, who's driving for. Is he driving for? No, he's an IndyCar driver right now. He's doing pretty well. He has told Zach Brown and McLaren that he has no intention of joining McLaren IndyCar team in 2024. He doesn't want it because he wants to be an F1 driver. But I don't know where he's going to go. I obviously don't know where he's going to go. But then the team he's with now, like the owner, put out a statement the other day, and it's so messy, but it's so funny because silly season has been nothing compared to last year.
Yeah.
So they're basically saying Zach Brown is playing the victim because Zach Brown went on like his high horse and was saying that he was like blindsided and all this stuff. So apparently it says, anyone that knows me knows that I don't make a habit of commenting about contract situations. Subsequently, I have been quiet since day one of this story, but now I feel I must respond. I grew up respecting the McLaren team and their success. The new management does not get my same respect. Alex Palo has been a part of our team and under contract since the 2021 season. It is the interference of that contract from McLaren that began this process, and ironically, they are now playing the victim. Simply stated, the position of McLaren IndyCar regarding our driver is inaccurate and wrong. He remains under contract with CGR.
Love to see it.
Like, he loved to see it. They basically said, Zach Brown, like, eat your words. I just think it's funny. So we'll see. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out. But yeah, I thought that was funny because we have to talk about Zach Brown. I feel like Zach Brown has to be involved in silly season somehow every year. Just has to.
He's got to make his name known, you know? He's got to get his name in the mix up there.
He just has to. But yes, I don't think there's really anything else. Oh, I will talk about this because it's Charles Leclerc. So there's this podcast that came out. I have to listen to it. I don't know exactly what the name is. I should be looking for it. It's Nicholas Tott, Charles Leclerc's, Jean Tott's son, Charles Leclerc's manager.
Yes.
They're interviewing him. It looks very good. So there's two clips going around. I'll start with the good one, and I'll start with the funny one. So they basically asked him, because he met Charles Leclerc when he was 14 because of Jules Bianchi. He basically says when he was helping Jules, he told him the younger brother of Lorenzo, Leclerc's brother, is go-karting, and he's really good. They don't have the budget, but I think he's worth watching. So the people are like, how did you know? And he basically says, I'm not going to lie to you and be like, when I saw him, I knew he had it to be.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, he had talent. I knew that. But he said the first time I met him was with his father. I knew he was a good karting driver, but I didn't know that he'd become vice world champion and that he has everything it takes to become vice world champion and then has what it takes to become world champion. And they, like, talk about his mindset and how, like, he's not... Obviously, he can become vice world, like, second place last year and cried about it. But he immediately was like, what can I do to get better? I mean, we've seen that this year with how he sucked earlier in, like, mixed conditions, turned around and was driving like crazy. This next clip, which I think is hilarious. So they asked him, do you think Charles is a future world champion? He said, definitely. I mean, he could have been world champion last year, but with some ifs, we can't change the course of the story. People are saying, Mattia Binotto, they'll see you in hell.
Damn.
Right? Right.
God.
I feel like because the rumors are that Mattia Binotto is going to be Alpine's next team principal. Like, in a race or two. So his gardening leave is going to be over with Ferrari. So I feel like people are just going to start letting the truth come out about what actually happened last year.
I would love to see more come out. Please.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he basically said, he obviously had it last year. And there were some things. And then people were showing that clip of Drive to Survive last year with Silverstone when they make the wrong call and you literally see Christian Horner go. Like, the look on his face is like, what? Why? Like, what are you doing? Christian Horner was fighting for his life. But yes.
I should watch that clip again. That's a good one.
Yeah. But yes. That's why I really don't think Carlos Sainz is going to be a Ferrari driver in 2024. But that's just me. Continuing with the Ferrari, two things leaked. They're going to have a special livery during Monza. It's going to be paying tribute to this year's winners of Le Mans. So it's going to look like the Le Mans winning car. So it's going to be red and yellow. They did do red and yellow last year, but I don't know if it's going to be more. I have a picture of the design. I don't know if it's the way the car is shaped, but it looks like a lightning bolt.
It does look like a lightning bolt.
But yeah, it should be nice. I mean, I like different liveries. Just give something else to look for.
The different liveries, they're cool. They're like alternate jerseys in hockey and
any sport,
football and everything. Yeah, they're like the retro jerseys. It's just a nice little like switch up
change.
And some of the designs look fucking really cool. Like
not like Alfa Romeo last race where they literally just like colored their words in green.
Yeah.
That was pointless. Pointless.
You like had no idea. If nobody told you, you would never know.
They were calling it a special livery, and I was like, this is not a special livery. Like, at all. But yes, so they will be having special livery for that. And then a picture of this leaked. I don't know where the person found the picture. It's giving me like when that guy found the Kelly Green jerseys and leaked them to the world. The Eagles ran with it and turned it into like a marketing win. Wait, getting off topic. Did you see how the guy said he found the jerseys?
No.
He literally was on the app, like purchasing tickets or something. And they were just there. He could see them. So he screenshotted it and posted it. It was just like on the app for some reason. He could see them on his app, on the Eagles app.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm. Because when that one group picture came out, and then that's the original, that's the one they posted, and people were like, oh my god, this was actually the real picture of the jerseys.
Yeah.
Yeah. He just happened to like be on the app. It was a very strange thing. But yes, Ferrari hasn't owned this yet. They are coming out with new Ferrari merch. It's either for Coda or Vegas. I believe it's for Coda because it's a football jersey.
My bet's Vegas.
No, I mean, it doesn't make sense why they did baseball for Miami, but I get it. Like, you were in the Dolphin Stadium for Miami. It shows on the football jersey there.
True, yeah.
But it is also Ferrari. But yes, it's definitely a football jersey. Maybe it could be like a rugby jersey, but I think it's a football jersey.
Charles is
I got really
football.
Yes, that's the thing. So I think it's for I think it's for Coda because Texas football.
Yeah, I'm thinking Vegas, new track, new chance. I feel like America is
No, what if they come out the hockey jerseys for there because of the cup?
That'd be sweet. I mean,
I'd be buying one.
If they already did a baseball jersey, they're already doing the football jersey. It stands to reason that they would do a hockey jersey.
And a basketball at some point.
And a basketball jersey. But who knows? We could be getting duped. But
yeah, true. I mean, I got excited, I told you this, because Carlos is wearing a hoodie underneath, so I saw the strings.
Strings, yeah.
And I was literally like, oh my god, it's a hockey jersey. But it's not a hockey jersey.
That'd be a jersey I'd buy in an instant.
Oh my god, I'm not even going to question the price. I mean, the price is going to be probably the price of a real jersey, but I will be buying. If it's a hockey jersey, I will be buying that. But yes, I'm interested to see when they... I mean, we still have a long time before Coda and Vegas, so...
True.
We'll see. But somehow they leaked. But yes, a few other things before we get to the hypothetical. We are flying through this, but I think the hypothetical will take up some time. And really, I said it wasn't going to be long. So we did... I have a lot to do. We posted about... I posted about this, whatever, thread... post, however you say it. You can't say tweet anymore. But Nick DeVries has no rush. Yeah, threaded it. Nick DeVries is in no rush to make a racing comeback. He is going to be taking a course and studying at Harvard in September. Apparently, it's only like a few days, and it isn't a few. I think it's like 3, but apparently it's for leadership and management or something, which, I could see Nick DeVries as like in a role higher up within teams.
I like it.
And I can see Toto Wolff probably helped him get into it, because Toto Wolff goes back to Harvard a lot and does like guest speaking.
Oh, he does?
Yes, a lot. There were memes. I should have chose this one as a meme. It was like the Zoolander meme, where they're like passing each other, making the face. Someone was like, it's Latifi and Nick DeVries, like passing each other in the halls. But yes, so good for Nick DeVries. Don't come back yet. Take your time. He was seen at Formula E races though, but take your time, Nick DeVries.
Go to school.
Don't rush it. Yeah, go to school.
Stay in school, kids.
And then Coda and the Taylor Swift effect. People are going to get pissed because this has happened at raves for years. But Taylor Swift, I feel like, made it more public to the general population. Obviously, if you've seen anything with Taylor Swift, people were making friendship bracelets and exchanging them at concerts. Even to the point where they were exchanging them with celebrities in the VIP tent. Like, celebrities were making bracelets to exchange with, fans. Like, everyone was in on it. So Coda posted that they make bracelets to exchange them with fans at the race this year, which I just think is cool. It's a cool way to connect with fans. I think it's cool. I feel like it should be... I saw people saying they were going to do it for the Jonas Brothers tour as well, so I just think it's fun. But I like that Formula One is embracing social media trends.
They're hopping on the trend. They're trying to go into the thing of growing the sport, but
growing the brand.
Yeah, it's cool.
But it'll be fun. I agree. They also have a lot made already, so I hope they give one. I hope they film a video where they give one to each driver. When they walk in.
Good.
Yeah.
That'd be good content.
And the horse Daniel Ricciardo arrives on. Because we all know he's arriving on a horse again.
He better arrive on a horse.
Maybe not. I don't know how you top last year if you don't arrive on a horse. Yes. Last but not least, this hypothetical. So Autosport posted the other day a picture. The caption says 2023 cars with different drivers. 10 laps at Silverstone. Okay, so 10 laps at Silverstone. And they're asking who wins. So your 4 options are Max Verstappen in an AlphaTauri, Logan Sargent in a Red Bull, Yuki Tsunoda in a Ferrari, and Fernando Alonso in a Williams. I feel like it's Max Verstappen.
I'm going to fire off my 4 names here.
Okay.
Verstappen, Tsunoda, Alonso, Sargent.
Yeah, I feel like if Sargent was... I wish they took Sargent out and put Piastri in, because then I would say it's Piastri over Verstappen.
Yeah, I would, yeah.
Piastri in the Red Bull compared to Verstappen in the AlphaTauri. 100%.
Yeah, I think Verstappen he's Max. He'll figure out a way to get that car there. Tsunoda is good. Yuki's good. He just needs a better car. Now, Ferrari may not be a better car, but it's faster than his AlphaTauri now. So, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Alonso, I think, again, has that experience that he could get the Williams up there.
He can adapt.
The only person I have to give a negative reasoning to is Sargent, and I just don't think he'd be able to handle a car that goes that fast.
No, I don't think so either.
He would be able to handle the Red Bull, and that's why I'm putting him in last in the Red Bull.
Yeah, I wish they switched out Sargent and gave us someone else.
I understand, though,
Piastri...
because that's taking the strongest car and putting the weakest driver in it. So, I get it. But, yeah, I mean... That's my guess. Verstappen, Tsunoda, Alonso, and then Sargent. That's my those are my 4.
I feel like Yuki would be good in the in the Ferrari. But yes. Sorry,
it's a nice hypothetical though.
When I tell you I was scrolling really fast on threads, and the person that caught my eye was Yuki in the red. I was like, what the hell was that? And I scrolled back.
I think he looks good in the red. I'll give him that.
He does look good in the red.
It looks natural, He
looks good in the red. But yeah. Definitely. I mean, Helmut Marko even said this week that Max Verstappen could take any slow car and put it at the front. Meaning a Haas and all that stuff. Put it on pole. Someone was like, Helmut Marko, don't you forget that Kevin Magnussen put that car in pole last year.
Damn right he did.
Yeah, he did. The best qualifying of the season. But yes, I thought it was a good hypothetical. Anything else? I don't think there's anything else.
I don't think there's anything else either. Sorry, I'm just looking. The pictures are weirdly really photoshopped well, but it's very odd.
On the thing?
On the drivers with them wearing the different jackets. Yeah. I'm literally zooming in on their neck, and I'm trying to find the separation between the pictures, and I can't.
You can't.
It's done weirdly well, but yeah, I got nothing else. Just following the adventures of silly season some more.
It's not over yet, people. I'm waiting for Alpine to say that Mattia Bonanno is taking over. And I want to be the fly on the wall between an angry French conversation between Pierre Gasly and Charles Leclerc. I would love to know what's going on in those text messages right now.
That'd be hilarious. They've already talked about it, too, if it's been this heavily
100%.
Yeah.
100%. I don't think there's any secrets between those two.
No.
But yes, I don't think there's anything else. Like I said, this one was going to be short. It just went through my mind for some reason. The Mike Super Short Show. That's what we are today.
What the fuck is that?
You don't remember that from Disney Channel? They would do the little short story commercials.
No.
Yes, you do. Look it up. Mike Super Short Show. I hate when I say that.
I really watch Disney Channel.
When I was watching Disney Channel.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
Okay. Anyone else? Let me know.
I only remember the good things from young TV like that, like Ben 10. Fucking great show. Love that show.
But yes, so we'll be back next week. Like I said, we'll preview Zandvoort. We're back. Thank God. I feel like this summer break has been very long. We've been busy, but I feel like this summer break's been long.
We've been very busy. But yes, very long. We will be back to preview the race.
This is the last episode from my living room floor. But yeah, so we'll be back next week. Race predictions, second half of the season predictions. Yeah, so do you want to do Do you want to do the closer or?
I'll do a closer. Yeah.
I can edit the other number while you're going. I did end up the threads number.
Okay. Thanks so much for listening today. Like we said, I know it was a little bit of a shorter episode. Not much has been going on. Silly season has been as crazy it can possibly get. But that is good. So thank you for listening today. If you enjoyed our episode and our other episodes, please give us a follow at Underground F1 on Instagram and Threads, and then also Underground_F1 on Twitter/X.
X. Oh, I have to change it.
X. So yeah, please go give us a follow in there. We're tweeting a bunch and posting a whole bunch about news updates, races, stuff like that.
I'll move back to our crazy content next week.
Yeah, we'll get back to the craziness next week. We had a huge, explosion of followers on Threads. We're at the 236 right now, which is fantastic. We're, we love to see those numbers and we want to keep it growing and everything. If you have any questions for us or anything you want us to talk about, please shoot us an email at undergroundf1pod@gmail.com. Casey and I look at that every single day, monitoring it all the time. So we will get your email if you send us one. Please leave a review of the show wherever you listen to your podcast. It's a great way to help the show grow. And also, please go give our main YouTube page at Underground Sports Philadelphia a follow and a subscribe on YouTube. We're trying to grow that as much as we can. That's where you get video episodes of this podcast, getting the whole top in streamer season, Underground Sports Philadelphia, the whole 9 yards. So we are currently sitting at 522 subscribers, and we're trying to get to 600 as quickly as possible. That'll help the YouTube algorithm pump us out a little bit more. We can start doing some different things with YouTube, doing more live streams, stuff like that. We want to get there as soon as possible. So thank you so much for listening. We will be back next week. Say goodbye, Formulino. He's going to stay there now. He's going to stay there now. I will set him up
every week
for every episode, but I will not sleep with him right there.
Looking at you. Next time you do history with Owen, don't put the cap on your head. Put it on the cap.
There you go.
This is building the brand.
Yeah.
But yes.
But yeah.
We'll be back next week.
Thank you so much.
See ya.
See ya.